Peace, top of the day break. My favorite phrase to say when I'm doing something. Recording for the first time for the day. March 23rd, I think it's a Friday. It's Venus Day. And it's Aries season. There's been a lot of energy that's being released right now. Of course, fire is active. What a lot of people call people getting their karma is active. I don't see it that way. I see that as correction because I believe in a higher being. Okay? That's above me. What I feel this is wrath and correction and reminding us of discipline. We're very undisciplined. Right now you have all these battles going around. And a lot of people are questioning faith and philosophies right about now. What we're being asked to do is to remember that there is a higher scope or something that you believe in. What do you believe in? Universe, God, nature, whatever. There's something that you believe in. We are afraid of the darkness, not realizing that dark and light need each other. We always want to play good versus evil when you need both for your highest and your greatest good. Even if you look at a street and a highway, you'll see it goes two directions, right? A clock is split into AM and PM for the sun and the moon. None of us want to talk right now. We're all running around confused. We're all angry. What we're feeling is like a mother coming in and disciplining us and saying or getting stern with us because we're not paying attention. See, what I don't like is people tell me how because I honor Earth, there's a problem with me. Or because I honor the planetary rotations in the universe, there's a problem with me. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Okay, another thing, we need to get away from labels. Every single one of us is running around scrounging right now trying to figure out what's going on. And a lot of us are falling suit to this mental construct of what we think black and evil is. And it's being mirrored back to us in some of the worst ways possible. And instead of us dealing with it, gotta ask yourself how you're going to deal with this, because it's going to be very hard to communicate what it is that you're feeling or what it is you're thinking, because it's kind of like a furnace has been lit. And it's something that none of us have probably felt in a very long time. So we're all being asked to really get, clear on who we are, what we believe in, what our direction is. Are we rooted in anything, or are we just all over the place? I do my best to try to help encourage people and tell them how I've learned things, because my life has been a very interesting book, and I know that I have it in me to inspire people. But what I don't get is the support, because I don't know. Maybe it's not my time. I don't know. But we're all dealing with certain numbers and certain frequencies. 5 being one of them, which is for change. 2 being another one for our intuition and us trusting ourselves. We must learn to trust ourselves. Many of us don't. We don't talk, we don't communicate, we don't nothing. See, and I'm about tired of seeing slain cats gutted inside out for rituals while everybody's saying that they don't believe in this stuff. Now, I found one walking on a trail behind my job today, and I couldn't figure out why the energy was so off, right? And I felt it and I knew it. I didn't want to go see it for myself. I kept hearing a cat in the background. And I know what the cat is. The cat, to me, is an eye that looks out for us. And I always believe that cats are the original guardians of the galaxy, right? They have 9 lives. 9's a very important number for completion. So we have completed a whole entire cycle, and you still got people gutting animals. You got people going to war right now because they want to abuse fire again. The sun has set on the abuse of the sun. And now we are in the space and the fire of Mars, which is Aries, which is your head and your mind, right? But we're also accessing air and water, okay? Is a lot of properties and things that are going on. So emotions are going to be really high and triggered. You have to learn to control your emotions because they're going to come from a very dark place, a very deeply rooted place, somewhere deep within yourself that you probably didn't even know existed. That's why mental health is on the rise. It's not any coincidence. It's because of everything that you have stuffed. Just think about it. If you have a container and you're trying to fill it and it reaches that point to where it's full, can you keep stuffing it? If you keep stuffing it, what's going to happen? Many of us have stuffed much of our emotions. We keep letting people try to use us to bleed out, as in cry for them or feel for them and take on their wrath. Who wants to do that? Many of us have suffered enough. Some of us need to begin to suffer. That is the aspect of balancing good and bad, dark and light, black and white, yin and yang. Well, we're talking about yin and yang because many people study that and don't even realize that yin is the color black and the negative scope of things, the left side of things. Masculine yang is white, the positive charge of things. But we run around listening to people say that women used to get stoned to death for teaching things. We're still with that age-old beater, black and blue, and suppress her. We don't even know where she is when we look outside. She's earth and the waters. What do we say about nature? What do we do with her? What is she telling us this year? She said, enough. I've given you enough. Come on now, get it right. The masculine components don't protect. Everybody's out here fighting each other now. Do we think the energy is going to get better? Think again. Because if you mess this energy up, I'm telling you, the waters. Because I'm picking up on Cancer, on Libra, on Virgo, the Archers, Sagittarius. I'm picking up on all the elements being turned and spun like you're spinning something or mixing something, and that's what's going on. And trying to find somebody that can communicate it is very hard because everybody's picking up on it on bits and pieces and segments. And the information that I share gets shared, and other people will go and talk amongst themselves about what I said and don't even have the decency to tell me thank you. So I struggle with how much information I really want to release, because I know that if I release it way too soon, I'm going to run into the space again where I got people who are taking my ideas and my posts and publishing them and getting paid off of them. And I can't risk that because I love Earth. And Mama Yin would kick my ass. So would Father. This is about things that we don't even want to honor. We love what's new, hate what's old, while looking for everything ancient. The ancient are the parents and the grandparents that we keep sending praise to, talking about, oh, back then and the oppression of them, but we still oppress them. because we disrespect them by the way that we move and how we don't protect Earth. You got people that are high up that should be helping others that are somewhere at the bottom. And what they do is they look down on you and they do the same thing that the oppressors did. They don't pull anybody up through the lines. There's a lot of heavy energy going on right now. The fixed domes have it. This is about alpha and omega and getting the hell out the beta. Okay? We spend too much time resting on beta. We don't respect what it was always intended to do, which was to help us move our direction and our compass. And our compass is off and we have to put it back together. And this is all about redirecting your energy, your vibration, what's important to you, speaking to people, connecting more. Instead of constantly always saying that you're just going to check out. I don't hear any more about people checking out. If you're checking out, then I already know which end that you're on. And you don't respect Mars and you don't respect fire. You don't really believe in victory, loyalty, being vindicated, truth, justice, nothing. You don't believe in any of it. Our ancestors loved us enough to protect us, and now we do not need their protection. We have everything that we need in order to put our compass back together, our clocks back together. My favorite astronomer is Benjamin Banneker, the inventor of the cuckoo clock and one hell of a map maker. He did the ley lines for Washington, D.C. and most of Virginia. And you mean to tell me that we only use social media to be entertained by it? Okay. Or to use fire saying it's sex? Okay. Or that Earth is just supposed to be here for us, for our selfish needs, for our 2-3-story houses when there's nobody home? Okay. Or our devices, all we want to use it for is the darkest aspects of things, so we're messing up our minds. Or our water, we don't talk to anybody, we stuff everything, or we just emotionally manipulate everybody. A lot of energy going on right now. A lot. I'm shaking and I'm gonna go. I love you, fire, earth, air, wood, metal, water. I love everything about me. I love the element in the cosmos and all that may be. I love Earth. And I love humanity. Love. The Aquarius.